Hey, it's Emerald Stars. Welcome back to another episode of Harvest Block. And so let's get to it and have some fun. To kick off this episode, I decided between episodes to do a little bit more of the grindy stuff. I made this platform a little bit bigger so that I could start working on some Botania. And I went on ahead and got all of the different types of flowers. I made the Lexica Botania and my floral fertilizer, which they're both really easy to get when you start bone mealing the grass, because when you put bone meal on the grass, you're gonna get dandelions, and you're gonna get the red, whatever the red flowers are called. I can't think of them off the top of my head. And then you're going to get a lot of things for roots. So I have a lot of these things checked off now because I got the wild roots, which you get from grass, and the pterospores, which you also get from grass. And this bark you get from destroying a log with one of your knives, the same knife that you use to shear the moss off of the cobblestone with. So I did a bunch of that, and collected a couple of these smaller quests, and I also spent some time killing some mobs, and I've got a decent supply of mob chunks. I don't have enough zombie chunks yet for creating zombie seeds, but I've got enough of the skeleton and creeper, so that's probably something we'll be working on today. And let's see, hemp seeds. I got hemp. I needed the hemp fibers to use in place of string for making my books. Since I don't get spiders spawning in this particular design, there's not enough spawning floor. They need 3x3, and I only have 2x2 essentially, I guess. So I wanted to start working more with Botania. But first, I think I'm going to start getting the rest of the tier 2 seeds sorted out. We really need some iron and some coal, getting a lot of those worked out before we start diving into Botania and roots. So I think I want to try starting. So iron seeds, we're going to have to go a little ways to get those. We're going to need the aluminum and the copper. Let's see. So we need aluminum to get coppers, and we need silicon to get aluminum. So that's our little tree there. So we need silicon, dirt, and fire. And now if I remember correctly from when I tried to do this the first time, this particular mutation seems to take a really long time, and I keep getting wood seeds, which is weird. So we're gonna get those two grown up, drop down some crop sticks and wood. Yep. All right, silicon seeds. We got them. Okay, let's put our dirt seeds back in here. It's weird. Wood seeds. Okay, our next mutation, we need the silicon and stone. Okay. We can hit the escape, not the grave. Okay. And drop our stone in there. Oops, my bad. And mutate. Silicon. There's our aluminum. Now, copper's next, I think. Aluminum and fire. Okay. Aluminum. Get our fire seeds back out here. Welcome back to the party. Get those grown up. And mutate. Go. Fire. We're just breezing right through this. There's our copper. Put that in there. Oops, not the one I wanted. Iron. So aluminum and copper. Where'd our aluminum go? There we are. Grow you guys up. And mutate. Iron seeds. Right away. Awesome. Okay, let's go through and do a little cleanup. Let's put our iron, silicon. I don't think they're going to stack. Okay, stone. Fire. Yeah, when since my seeds over here are all 10, 10, 10s discovered, when you get a seed that's a different stat or undiscovered, it's not going to stack, which is a little bit of a pain, but I prefer having them stored this way. So let's get our aluminum. And copper put in here. Okay, it's starting to look nicely filled out. I'm gonna probably spend a little bit of time up converting a lot of these seeds just so that they can be more efficient. One seed that I really want to work towards right now is the redstone seeds. So we do need our first mob seed. So we're going to work towards creeper seeds. And we're going to need crafting seeds. So we're going to need some more of that prosperity. And regular vanilla seeds. Take a couple of them, actually. And I think that's the prosperity essence, yeah. So we'll just take all that's in there. Make up what we need. I think I actually have some already made up in here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we'll drop that back in there. Come on. Ugh. Perfect. We are going to need more prudentium since that's not going to cut it. We might as well do the skeleton seeds as well while we're here. So let's grab a bunch of that and make our lovely prudentium. Oh, we also need it to make the base crafting seeds. There's our tier 1 crafting seeds. And then put them to tier 2. There we have it, creeper seeds. And skeleton. Sorry, my voice is going away right now. Okay, let's put these crafting ones in there. Drop our stuff out. We'll put the skeleton seeds here and grab the nether seeds since we're going to need those to make our redstone. Put the creeper in, the nether in, and grow them up. And mutate. We've got our redstone seeds. Let's put the nether seeds away and creeper seeds. It looks like we need to start making some more storage drawers. So, do we have any wood in here? Yeah, we have a bunch. And this is the recipe for the 4-part drawers. And now that our platform is extended, we will have all the room for putting all of our seeds and stuff in. And I took a look at the recipe for the drawer controller, and it needs a diamond. We might be able to get around that because diamonds are way up in the higher tier. Yeah, tier 5, that's where diamonds are. So we might go the Botania way and use the ore child and make ourselves some diamonds, so that when we get into a little more automation, because I've got some ideas for early game automation for these seeds and for the farms that I'm pretty excited about, and I will talk about probably in a later episode. But it would be really nice to be able to just funnel those crops right into my storage system here instead of having to clear them out and place them manually. So now that we have redstone, let's grab coal, and I also want to get grains of infinity so we can get started on Ender IO, since it is one of my favorites. Let's clear these out here, and grains. Put those in there, and what was the other one we were going for? Just a sec. I will have to look it up because I forgot. All right, coal. Yeah, coal seeds are something we're really going to need. So coal. Here are the seeds. So wood and fire, fire and silicon. Okay. So silicon, fire, and wood, and that'll get us what we need. Starting with silicon and fire. And we got fire seeds. We're probably gonna do a little bit of a cut here. Or not, because that did not take so very long. So we're gonna drop these down again, fire and wood. These are unidentified ones? No, those are 10, 10, 10s, so they'll go in there nicely. Mutate and give us coal. Coal seeds. That'll be perfect for when we start up with Botania, so that we can have a source of power to feed our, I can't remember the name of the flowers that eat the coal, but they will give us mana, so it'll be nice. Our grains of infinity and coal in there. And probably between cuts I'll go in and promote all of these to 10, 10, 10, just so that we can get the most possible out of our seeds. Well, we're kind of on a roll, so we might as well go through and finish some of these other ones. I won't bother with the mob ones at the moment. They're not really useful and they don't super progress anything. And since I can get string from the hemp, I'm not really gonna worry too much about spider either. So let's finish up the rest of these seeds. Limestone, basalt, and mineral. So let's go in mineral. Toss those over there. Get rid of those. Basalt. Not 2 S's apparently. Okay, just 1. And limestone. Not spelled that way. There we are. Limestone. Okay. So mineral, wood, and prosperity. Let's grab our wood and prosperity. Go ahead and mutate those. And there's our mineral. Fun thing with the mineral that we can do, we can actually use the berries instead of coal for our torches so that we can save our coal for Botania. So that'll be nice. Alright, let's check those off, get our glowing, and get rid of those. Basalt, stone, and nether. Let's see. Prosperity, stone, and nether. Here you go. Uh-oh, crop sticks. Crop sticks on the loose. Basalt. There we are. And last but not least, we have our limestone over here. Nature and stone. We have the stone. Shouldn't have broken it. Nature. And limestone. So, getting all these seeds has given us a nice little bit of glowing. So we got chicken, sheep, slime, cow, pig, and spider left in tier 2. And like I said, I'm not really going to fuss with those. Maybe I won't do them at all. They're not as useful. I might get in and do the cow and chicken. I might do them when I start getting into Pam's Harvest Craft and I need some meat for my dishes. But probably not until then. Let's get rid of you. Put our limestone in here, and is that the only one? Okay. Put the stone back in there, or not. I really need a seed reprocessor so that I'm not just chucking these seeds into the void, because that hurts my soul just a little bit. That way we can turn those seeds into essence instead of just tossing them out. Now that we have the basics of roots and Botania set up, I'd like to actually really get going with Botania so that we can maybe get an ore child and start progressing towards our tier 3 soil, which is a Botania recipe here on the altar. And it's been changed since I started the pack to make it a little bit easier, but it's still, I mean, there's going to be some grind as with the rest of this pack, so not too big of a deal. Just I'm going to grab this book here and probably build the pyre because we're going to need them in the Petal Apothecary. This cloudberry here is a pyre ritual, so we're going to need it. And that's pretty simple, just some cobblestone, wild root, terra moss. And we got these roots when I was breaking all the grass. So I might as well just chuck that in there. And pyre, because I don't remember the recipe well enough to do it all myself. Here we go. I'm going to just, I don't know, unceremoniously put it there. Since I don't really have a designated spot specifically for roots, and I don't know if I will, I don't know, I haven't seen just how far it goes into that mod just yet. So we need another book and another wild root. So to get our book, we only have one hemp at the moment, and 3 of those. Okay, so let's get ourselves some more hemp. This always gives way more seeds than it does fiber, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it's good for the seed oil or whatever that Immersive Engineering has later on. So I'm going ahead and I'm hanging on to these seeds here so that I can use them in the squisher thing. I don't know a ton about that mod, but I've played with it a couple of times before, but it's never been a core one that I just spend a ton of time on. And let's see, here we go. There's our book, 4 Roots. We're gonna probably just chuck that in there and never read it because it's one of those mods. Oh yeah, I need to really farm a lot of iron and upgrade these drawers because right now I have the capacity of stone in here, so I can't put the rest of my stone essence in there. So I've kind of been collecting it in here. I don't want it to bog up all of my chests because if I had all of this, it would be a couple chests full. And I kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of a bit of a pride thing to be able to look over and see all of the stuff you've accomplished. Okay, let's put that in there too. Check that off, and oh right, we need to go and turn all of these into petals, which I will do off camera and come back. So I gathered all the supplies that I'm going to need to create the Petal Apothecary so we can get started in Botania. And so for this to work, you right click what you need onto the pyre. And so these are the ingredients that we need for the cloudberry to make the Petal Apothecary. And you right click with your flint and steel. The pyre will light and then you'll get your cloudberries. So with that cloudberry, we can make our Petal Apothecary. Let's see, where do I want? I'll put it here. Put an infinite pool of water here so that we can be able to just take a bucket and put it in conveniently and quickly. So I am going to get started a little bit with getting Botania going and get the resources that I'm going to need to start generating mana. And I think that's probably the end of this episode. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.